the Dolla Dolla Bets podcast, your home to free money sports betting.
All right, here we go. Episode number 2. Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome, D-Boe. How was your New Year?
Had a good New Year. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, pretty good day betting for the most part. Some good games in there. Some misses too, but we'll talk about those shortly. So once again, this is the Dolla Dolla Bets podcast, where we take your free money sports betting and turn it into cash. To go over what we do, we have 5 different apps we're using: Sportsino, Fliff, Thrills, Novig, Rebet. So each of those give you about $1 a day. And D-Boe and I have a challenge, and our challenge is to cash out the most amount of money in 2025 without depositing any money. And the winner will get a nice bottle of Blanton's bourbon. So looking forward to taking that money home soon, or taking that bottle home soon once I withdraw some. It's early. We just started the January 1st. So we zeroed out our accounts and ready to go. So
I got $8 in my rebet account.
You already got your rebets up to 8. I've got I think I've got $4 in one account right now. So I've got a parlay riding today. I've got the Gophers. I've got Texas State, and I think I got a couple NFL games tied onto that one. But those aren't my picks of the week. We'll get into those. So let's start a little bit about last week. We had our first episode. We shared some bets. Some of them went better than others. D-Boe, you want to start with your lock of the week from last week? Who'd you pick, and then how'd it go?
Well, the lock of the week was the only one that hit. I think out of all my picks, went 0 for 4 in player props. The lock of the week was indeed a lock. Cash that. The 3-team parlay did not cash, unfortunately. Brother. But you did much better. Your 3-team parlay hit. So there's that.
My parlay hit. So we'll start with my lock of the week. I had the Giants and the under, and I think most of the world had that. Nobody expected the Giants to be able to start playing, but I guess Locke was the lock of the week with the way he came out throwing in that game. And I'm going to call it the curse of Shador's cleats. I don't know if you saw the story earlier in the week where Shador was wearing the Giants cleats, kind of hinting that that's where he was going to be going. Put those cleats on against BYU, and they didn't seem to work real well. And the Giants seemed to say that they didn't want that pick anymore when they won the game, because Indy didn't really show up for that game. So lock of the week did not hit, but my player props hit 2 of the 3. So player props, I had Bo Nix, and I was sure when that game went into overtime that he was going to hit that, but lost in OT. I had Travis Hunter anytime TV, which is just automatic. He got that pretty early. Then Tyreek, I got a little bit worried about that one once Tua was on the injured list, but I stayed with it, and he hit over 54.5 yards. So 2 or 3 on the player props, but then even better with my parlay of the week hit. So hopefully some of you played that and got some money. I had the Dolphins -6. I think it dropped to -2 when Tua was announced he was out, but if you stuck with that. Mm-hmm. I had Louisville getting 3 against Washington. They ended up winning by 1. So that was one of the better bowl games of the day. So that hit. And then Arizona State, they almost hit the money line on that one. Came back, a little targeting call that wasn't. That should have been another win there. But so I got those 3. So my parlay of the week won. So hopefully some people, as I said, played that, and you're doing well. So any other things from your locks, D-Boe? Any reasons, any excuses you want to share with us right now?
No excuses. So I got the stupid hat on. It was just a bad week. Bad picks.
Week? All right. It's all right. Time to chase the dragon a little bit. The nice thing about these free money things, you get another $1 the next day. So you're not really out any money. But we're ready for our locks for this week.
Mm-hmm.
Locks of the week.
All right, D-Boe, you hit your lock of the week last week, so we'll let the winners go first on this one. Who do you have for us?
Going back to the 6-point teaser, also back to the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tease them down from 14 to 8, so they only got to win by 8. Then I'm going to go again to Sunday night football game, Minnesota Vikings. They're +3 right now. Bring them up to +9. I think those are key numbers, 6, 6.5, 7. If you go past those in a teaser, those are key numbers to get through. So I think it's going to be a 1-possession game either way. Vikings and Lions are both really, really great teams here in the NFL. We'll see a good Sunday night football game, I think.
Yeah, I'm playing that game as well. I saw on Bet Online, Lions had -2, so I like that number. You got Lions looked good last week, even though they weren't really playing they didn't have to win that game. This game this weekend is the one that matters. But as they show, they're going to play to win all of them. It's -2 isn't much. It's going to be, like you said, a field goal game. I think it's going to be a pretty high scoring game too. I like the Lions in this one. Jared Goff, a little local kid here from Novato, went to Marin Catholic, played locally at Cal as well. But I'm going to go for the Lions to finally get the monkey off their back and get to the playoffs with a decent spot going into the playoffs. And they might be a team that's looking good to go all the way. They seem to be peaking at the right time. So my lock of the week is the Lions. So a little bit of us on either side of this one, but if you play it right, you could hit both of them.
Hey, we can both hit. We can, with my
Both
teaser,
hit that one.
Lions win by touchdown, we both win.
There you go. All right, parlay of the week. Who's your parlay of the week? What are your 3 teams you're looking at this week?
So my 3-team parlay for this week is going to be Notre Dame. We got the Irish -2. They just looked so dominant yesterday. Their defense, top 2, only to Ohio State. I see it's probably going to be Ohio State, Notre Dame in the final couple of weeks. And we got the Vikings, going back to the Vikings +3. Just think that game could just go either way. I'm just going to throw the Vikings in there. Hopefully don't lose by a field goal. If you lose by a field goal, you push. So get them at +3. And then Chargers -4.5. Just going to go ahead and fade the Raiders again. And hopefully the Chargers beat them by 5 or more.
Nice. I like it. Yeah, that reminds me of the Chargers because that's one of the teams I have left in Eliminator Challenge for ESPN. And down to the last week, there's 2,000 people left. That's it. So getting a better chance. I was on Miami last week, hoping for them to hit, and then I heard that Tua was hurt. So I quick jumped off Miami, looked at teams I had left, and I took the Rams against the Cardinals because the Cardinals, weren't playing for anything anymore. And man, that got tight. That got really tight. I was starting to sweat that one out a little bit. They hit, but it ended up Miami had a better point spread, had won by more, and that's going to be the tiebreaker at the end. So this week, not only do I have to pick a team, but I have to think about points, and I got to look at people that aren't getting picked by somebody else just to take a flyer. So I'm thinking about, the spread right now in the Broncos game is almost 14 because the Chiefs are sitting everyone. So I'm thinking about the Broncos. It shows how many people are picking each team, and not a lot of people are picking the Broncos. So thinking about the Broncos, I still have Miami. I could take Miami. I could take the Chargers. I still have them. I still have the Seahawks. So it's between those 4. All of them have their ups and downs. None of them are locks for sure, but leaning on the Broncos right now. So that will take me to my team parlay. Start out with the Fighting Irish. As you said, they looked really, really good this week. And I'm going to share with you that I will be at the Orange Bowl on Thursday, flying into Miami on Wednesday. Going to hit the Orange Bowl for a quick trip and maybe do a couple pictures, maybe a short video on Dolla Dolla Bets for showing you the fans there at the Orange Bowl. Although the last time I saw Notre Dame at the Orange Bowl was in the 90s when they got crushed by Florida State. So I don't have great memories of it, but that stadium got torn down. So hopefully all the bad juju went with them on that one. So I'm looking forward to that. So I got Notre Dame. I saw the -1. Check your books. It could -1 or -2. And that game's going to be pretty tight. They're both great defenses. Both teams, Penn State and Notre Dame, really stopped the run. I'm worried about Love. He came out of the game late with a knee injury that's been kind of bothering him for a while. So I don't know how he's going to do, if he's going to be in there. And, they might key in on Riley Leonard and how much he's going to be getting for his rushing yards. But hopefully not. But I think Notre Dame's got good enough defense, good enough special teams that they're going to stop them. Next pick is, even though I hate the Buckeyes, I absolutely hate the Buckeyes. They looked so good against Texas. But I thought since they looked so good, the Vegas was going to come out there and give Texas like 14 points. And I'm like, well, it's just going to be like Arizona State. It's going to be the same thing that pick the underdog and take the points. But they're only giving up 6, which I thought was ridiculous because Texas really hasn't played well against a good team this year. So I think Ohio State with this -6 is a good pick there. And then I'm going to take the Seahawks. Seahawks are playing for something here. -7. Geno's been playing a little better. That might be a tight game, but as a third leg of the parlay, going with the Seahawks. So that's the parlays of the week. Let's move on down to our player props of the week. D-Boe, I'll let you go first.
All right. Player props of the week. It's incentive week. Week 18. We got all these players playing for bonus incentives, and we're to attack that angle.
Gotta hit that. They're going after the money. That's right.
Well, they're not getting dollars. They're looking at $500,000. All these incentives. So the first one is actually not a bonus incentive for the contract. I'm going Brock Bowers to break the record for a tight end receptions. He only needs 9 to break it, 8 to tie it. The Raiders will probably be down. They'll be looking to throw. I'm taking the over 8.5 receptions to get the tight end reception record. Zach Ertz currently has 116 and Bowers sitting on 108. So that is my first player prop, Brock Bowers over 8.5 receptions. Then the second one, we're going to Denver. Cortland Sutton. He needs 82 yards to hit his bonus incentive for $500K. Also, they need to win that game. So, I don't know. I think I'm a little worried about Mims because Mims did have a breakout game last week. He had that incredible catch. What do you have? 2 touchdowns, almost 100 yards. Maybe he went over. I don't know. But yeah, a little worried about Mims in that breakout win or loss last week in overtime, right? That game did go to overtime. Oh, it's the Bengals game, yeah. But KC should be sitting their starters, even on defense. Maybe play like the first half, but I think Sutton goes over 80 yards receiving. And my third one, we got Derrick Henry, anytime touchdown. That is tomorrow. That's the early game tomorrow against Pittsburgh. Not Pittsburgh, the Browns. And
yeah.
I'm a little worried it's going to be a blowout, so hopefully Henry can get a touchdown. It'll probably be in the first half because they're going to they go up 20 points. They're going to yank their starters, at least Lamar and Henry, I would think. And my last player prop, I'm giving you 4. What's that?
Yeah, if you watched last week, Henry got most of his yardage and everything in the first quarter. They just handed the ball like 15 times in a row. So I think it's going to be a similar game like that.
Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope and we pray because I went 0 for 4 last week. So looking to go 4 for 4 on the props.
Yeah.
Things will even out.
There, yeah, absolutely.
My fourth one is another incentive for Mike Evans. He gets $3 million if he gets 85 plus yards and 5 receptions. So I'm going to take us over at 91.5. Also, they need to win that game too. And I hope Baker goes off too because I'm also playing Baker over 250 as well. But I'm not going to make an official play on that.
All right. Well, some similarities here to what I have. I have Derrick Henry, again, anytime touchdown. I think they're going to get him the ball pretty early. The Browns are terrible. That's why I bet against them last week. I just don't see them doing much on defense. And even in the limited time that he's in there, he's going to get a touchdown. He'll get his. Same with you on Baker Mayfield. I have 254.5 for Mayfield. I think he's going to hit that. He's been putting up some numbers lately. Game that's important to them. I'm looking for him to start in a little bit of a shootout there. And then the last one is a game that not many people are going to be watching, but I'll take the Bears, DeAndre Swift, over 12.5 receiving yards, just because Caleb's going to have to dump the ball. He's got to find somebody. It's like they're going to be doubling Keenan Allen the whole time. So that's his only check down option. And
they got the Packers.
I see that. They got the Packers, and I just don't see that. That usually doesn't go well for the Bears. I think Caleb's ready to get this season over. He's been taking a lot of hits back there. So I think Swift will get that, probably break one catch and get it for 12.5 yards. So those are my player props. So
I like that Swift play a lot. I might play that myself.
There you go.
12.5.
Yeah, and now that the challenge is on, me and D-Boe have the cash out money. So let's talk a little bit about where we're sitting on. I lost my fliff money on I did a 3-team parlay. I had Arizona State, I had Notre Dame, but I thought Texas was going to cover. I'm sorry, I thought Oregon was going to cover. Oregon obviously did not cover. They got destroyed. That game was over in the first quarter. So that killed my parlay. So starting again today, get some more money running on things. I hit rebet. I just did one single Notre Dame bet, and then I think I lost on thrills because I had the Celtics didn't cover. Celtics lost. They won by 3, and it was 4 points. So I didn't hit my thrills money, but we're starting again, and hopefully we'll start getting some money. All right, so now that we're officially into the bet, a couple days into January, got a couple dollars left in my rebet. Still writing a parlay today. I've got Texas State going today, and I've got the Gophers -10. I thought that was a lot of points to lay, but you got to risk it to get the biscuit, as they say. And since it's rebet, I want to be the first to cash out that $20 to get an early lead on the board right now. But
I don't know, Maddie. I think I got you beat.
yeah, but I mean, you got to cash out. It's nothing until it's in your bank account. So, as we said, rebet's low hanging fruit. That's $20. So that's the one you want to get first. Fliff, I have that one bet in there for Notre Dame, the $1 one, or no, it's a rebet one. $1 to make the change. They don't even have to win. They just have to win this week, and I got $18 coming in rebet. And so,
What?
Yeah, I mean, if I hit that one, then I'm already just need $2, and it's over. And I'll have the first $20 out there. But Notre Dame's got a lot to do to win this game. I'm looking at Arsenal this week. Arsenal is playing Brighton tomorrow, and then playing Newcastle on the 7th. I'm worried though. Saka's out for multiple weeks. He had a hamstring injury, so they're going to have to get another score. But Jesus has been looking pretty good. Any basketball plays? Anything else you got looking at this week?
Not off the top of my head. I do want to make mention. I've been riding Miles Bridges over rebound prop. He's hit 6 straight. He's hit over his rebound prop in 6 straight, and I made some dollars on that, which is nice. I think it's at 7.5 tonight. I think part of it was because Brandon Miller was hurt and he missed a few games, but even with him in the lineup, he's been going over. So just ride Miles Bridges until he doesn't hit. Yeah, absolutely. And I got a 3-team moneyline parlay tonight in my rebet. Will get me up to $17 if it hits. I'm going with the Pistons, the Cavaliers, and the Nuggets. So just moneyline, no points, just to win. And that'll get me up to 17.
All right. So that's episode 2 for you. We're getting the end of college football season. We still have the play. Next week, we'll talk about the championship game, and we'll give you a little bit of breakdown on that. We're also getting end of the regular season for the NFL. So a lot of teams are going home, getting to the golf course. And, speaking of golf course, I didn't mention this. Also looking at that, have you looked at the golf league, that indoor sports stadium they got there, the SoFi Stadium, where they have the moving green? I don't know if you've checked that out at all. There's teams from different cities. You have the Bay, you have Boston Common, I think it is. You've got LA. I think there's one in Florida. So Tigers in there. There's some Xander's playing for New York, but I like the Bay's team. And I like Boston's team too. So it'll be interesting. I'm gonna, I want to see how they do the first episode of that one. But the shot clock is gonna throw some of these players off a little bit. I think getting them to have to think about it quickly. But I'm not ready to put any money down on it yet on this week. But I think it starts on Tuesday night. So Tuesday night's the first episode of that. So we'll be looking at that, and maybe we'll might have to put some golf props in there as well going forward. So
Right on.
yeah, please follow us on Twitter X, Dolla Dolla Bets, on Instagram at Dolla Bets. It's both of them in a row. And we're looking forward to speaking with you next week. Anything you want to share, D-Boe, as we close out?
That pretty much does it. Glad that the holidays are over. Everyone go make some money. And thanks for listening to Dolla Dolla Bets. If you're cashing out, yes, we'd love to see those winning tickets. And next week we'll dive deeper into building profitable parlays and managing risk on free money apps. Don't miss it.
Don't miss. That's right. Got NFL playoffs coming, so you're going to want to tune in for that. All right. Have a great week, everybody. Hope you cash out.